Okay, once you're here at the Maryland State Police um, portal where you do your HQL licenses, which is different than the portal that you do your 77R and your wear and carry permits. So you got to go to the right address, and we send that link to you guys along with step-by-step instructions. But this is a video to help you out. First, you're going to click here to create an account. Once this opens, you're going to create an account, and I'm just going to use this right here, this date of birth, because that's what I wanted to use. For registration code, you say none. Okay, no, they don't use registration codes. Okay, so once you've done that, and there's nobody else with your name and birthday, then this will open up. If you run into, like, if you're a Steve Smith and your last name is Smith, and you have somebody out there who has a birth date the same as you and has already created an account, what you do is you put Smith in here for your name, but you change your birthday by 1 day, okay? And then click search, and it'll open this up. And when that happens, you'll create your account, but put your correct birthday in here now, and make sure that when you go to do your application later that it has the correct birthday. So that's the workaround. So here we're going to say that it's Jason, no middle name, Hill, fictitious guy, or at least for this is concerned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's a male. Date of birth, we said, I think 12/15/1995, or maybe it was 10. I don't know. But point is you can make it a different number. We'll say 240-878-9896 is that. jhill@google.com. It will not let you paste into the next field, so you have to retype it. Okay, so it has to match. It'll give you an error if not. We'll say 150 Hill Lane in Prince Frederick. Maryland, and then of course 20678. Down here, I think you have to have at least 5 characters, 4 or 5 characters. Can't remember. That would be 4, so I'm going to add 5 to the end of it, just for good measure. You got to remember your user ID and password. I cannot be I can't emphasize this more. You have to remember your password and your user ID. Otherwise, you'll end up getting locked out. So whatever you use for your password and user ID, write them down. And you got to have at least 12 characters. And you got to have the upper and lower case, and a number has to be in there, and a special symbol and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So, and then set up, here we go. I hit caps lock. Color, I'm going to use the same for their password question. I'm going to use the same, and I'm going to say mine is blue, because, you know, University of Michigan, go blue. Anyway, then click register. Once that happens, I tell it right here, it's asking if I want to save my password or not. I'm going to say never. Now I've created my login and account and all that. So remember, jhill5 was my username, and then I got to enter in my password and click enter. jhill5, maybe I typoed it. Let's try it again. Oh, wow. Maybe I had caps lock on when I did that, so now I need to reverse it. Let's see. Yep. So I had caps lock on when I put my password in. See, these are very common mistakes, and I even made one here. But so I went ahead and got past it, but I figured out that, I had caps lock on when I put my password in, so had to make sure I did that again because it doesn't show you when you're doing it. So once you get here, you hit initial application, and from here you're going to check firearm services in the drop down panel. And here is where you could be training exempt, right? There are a couple of training exemptions. If you previously owned a gun prior to the law going into effect, and then you're going to register that gun as part of this, then yes, you can do that. You can have a Maryland Hunter Safety Certificate, and it has to be the full Hunter Safety Certificate. That means that you're exempt from training as well, and you can upload that as part of your permit application. And then if you're military, you can use your DD-214 in order to be exempt from the training. Everybody else that's not exempt from, this is training exempt right here is what I'm talking about. So right here is what you're going to select. If you need an HQL, is HQL standard obtained by application, and then you're going to click start application. And then they give you all of this nonsense, and way down here in the middle of the page, right about, oh, I went past it. Where is it? Right in the middle of the page, right here. It says click here. So to continue the application, click here. That's what we're going to do. And then it's going to ask you to fill out this information again. Okay, so some of it is already filled out, and that's fine. And this is where you can change your birthday. Make sure it's right. Race and ethnicity, I'm going to say other, just for fun. Occupation, you have to put your actual occupation in here. So if you're a plumber, put plumber. Well, I still got caps lock on. So if you're an electrician, put electrician. If you're a lawyer, put lawyer. Accountant. Point is, and if you're retired, if you're not employed or retired or whatever, put none. Okay, they will kick it back. So here it's already pre-filled, which is kind of nice. It didn't used to do that, but it's pre-filled out your information that it had before. And then here you've got to fill out your actual driver's license number. I'm going to make one up. And, you know, I don't know if it's going to take a made up one or not, but I'm going to pattern it after my own similar driver's license number just in case it looks for formatting or whatever. So it's wanting the number to be in this format right here. So no dashes and stuff like that. So I'm just going to do that. Like that, and I'm going to say that it expires in 10. Got to make sure the format's right. 25/2025. Okay, and it's going to be Maryland for most people. You know, getting this particular license. I can't imagine anybody else would want to do that. So note on the height in inches and feet, or feet and inches, excuse me. Look at the format. Make sure you do like 6 foot -1, right? Would be wrong. It's got to be 01. So make sure you do that. Eye color, where it'll say I have black eyes. Weight in pounds, 250. I don't know. Hair color, I'm going to say I have gray hair. Right here, this is the number that you need to put in here for your fingerprint person gave you, and it normally has an LT or LD number and then some digits. So we'll put those digits in there, and then we'll say that we did the prints on 03/01/2022. Okay, and click update. All right, it accepted everything. That page right there is where most people make their mistakes, and it doesn't do a good job of telling you what you have wrong. Okay, so make sure you follow the exact formatting and everything on it, all the different stuff there. So next, you're going to hit complete, or add, excuse me, not complete. You're going to click add, and we give you our QHIC numbers, right? So the way the QHIC number works is you got to format it uppercase QHIC 2016, and I'm going to put mine in here. Okay, and click search. Oh, I notice I forgot to say handgun instructor certificate. I got to choose that drop down. Then it's gonna, all right, there I am. Click on my name, and I've been added as a relationship as the person who was there and witnessed and did and conducted your training. And this is how it's going to send me a notification that you're submitting an application so that I can go into the system and validate it. So then you just hit complete. And then, you got a bunch of questions. Are you less than 21 years of age? No. So you got to go through and answer all these questions, and I'll probably fast forward through the video as I do this, but most of them are no. You got to make sure you get the right answers. Okay, now that you've got all your answers in there, you click submit. All right, up at the document upload page, this is where a lot of people get stuck and they don't know what to do. Well, most people, unless you have, if you're claiming an exemption for training, then this is where you would upload your hunter safety or DD-214 or something like that. But in this particular sequence for the application of obtaining through normal trainings, you would normally not need anything unless you had a certificate of mental health or something like that in order to prove that you're healthy again and can have a permit to buy a gun. 99% of the people don't need to upload anything, so you just click next. And the next page, it's going to ask you to validate all of your information and all of your questions. And once you do all of that, you get down here and you click pay fees. Once you click pay fees, the next page that comes up is another, hey, you're going to charge you, Maryland State Police are going to charge you $50. So you go ahead and hit pay fees. And it's going to take you to a page where you can put all your credit card information in. Okay. Once you get to this page here, and I'm not going to go ahead and pay a fee for a fictitious HQL, but this is pretty straightforward. Anybody who's ever bought anything online, ammo, for example, or Amazon or whatever you like to do online, this is pretty straightforward. So you click that, and then once they take your payment, that's it. You're waiting for the state police after that to finish your application background check, and you should have your HQL in as little as a couple of days or as long as 4 weeks is what the law allows. So congratulations. If you made it to this point, you've got your application submitted. And I just received an email, or one of our staff members, one of our instructors has an email to go validate your training. But you're going to want to go ahead and back it up and send a text or an email to whoever it was that did your training, so just in case this system didn't notify them, so they can log in and validate your training and kick it over to the state police. So, all right, that was pretty simple, right? Talk to you later.